Good evening and happy Thursday. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Really does mean a lot. Usually when I start these, I have some kind of idea where I'm going to stop. But tonight, I really don't know where I'm going to stop because if I remember right, the next 3 levels are back-to-back-to-back mandatory. Like, there's no choice on where we get to go next. And each of them can take a little bit of time, depending on how you play them. So, not really sure where we're gonna end tonight. This might be a relatively shorter stream than usual. It might be a little bit longer. I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. But before we get into it, real quick, there is a YouTube channel right about there, somewhere. Yep, right about there. You can subscribe to that so you can keep up in case you miss a day, miss a week or two. All of the streams will be archived to YouTube as soon as they get hit with a copyright claim, as they usually do. And we also have a Discord channel, a Discord server. So if you wanna join that, you wanna hang out, get to know me, get to know us, everyone who's already in there. We got plenty of channels, plenty of channels. Not just for gaming, for all sorts of stuff, and there will be more to come. And we even have a few bots there to entertain us as well when we get bored. So feel free to join the server, and feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well so you can keep up in case you miss anything. But other than that, I think we can go ahead and get on into it. I believe last we left off was Osgiliath. And Osgiliath can be a little tricky, if I remember right. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's hear what Gandalf has to say. He usually has something to say.
The free peoples of Middle-earth have had many victories over Sauron's armies, but the army of Minas Morgul grows larger. If Mordor gains control over Osgiliath, the path to Minas Tirith will be cleared.
Right, bro. Let's see what we're dealing with here. 360 orcs, 15 trolls. And over here we've got the actual army for Minas Tirith. Hey, what's up, Babaruska? So I think this is the mission where they really bring the catapults out. Mordor loves their catapults. They love their trolls and they love their catapults. So we'll see what they've got. We've got this, though.
Osgiliath, once the jewel of Gondor, is now but another battlefield in the war between shadow and light.
Oh, there's one already. And there's a catapult. Told you. And there's another one.
The black forces of Mordor have grown strong. The city of Osgiliath is under siege. Soldiers of Gondor fight valiantly to hold back the enemy, but the bridge guards strengthen the bridge garrisons, then cross the river and drive back the enemy.
Oh, you gotta love that overlapping audio.
Be still.
We're just gonna instantly fall back. Just instantly, because yeah, we're gonna hear.
The enemy controls the northern bridge.
Yeah, we're gonna hear that a lot, unfortunately, because the game's gonna yell at us. Oh god, there's already a thing of catapults.
Keep on your guard. Suppress the enemy. Close.
Anyway. One of the things that we should try to do is keep these bridges under control. I think they control all the bridges right now. But you're right.
The enemy controls the central bridge.
I really wish I could turn that off.
Stand fast. The enemy controls the southern bridge.
Yeah.
Be watchful. We'll regroup there.
Okay, I think we should be okay for right now. But what we can do eventually is once we get enough archers, we can actually put them in these little towers right here, and they'll act as defense for the towers,
Our forces are under attack.
which I do plan to do at some point. Oh, crap. So they did give us trebuchets too. Trebuchets, good lord. Trebuchets are pretty cool. They're pretty handy. There's just one little problem. That right there. They have a very... Well, I shouldn't say very. Their reload time is pretty long. And friendly fire is on in this game, and you can't turn it off. So I do believe your trebuchets and catapults can destroy your
The
own.
enemy controls the central bridge.
Can you shut up?
The enemy controls
There
the
they are.
southern bridge.
What should we do?
Distinguishable. I think that's how you say that.
Be on guard.
But I totally get it. And you could sit... I mean, I've rehearsed some of my opening lines over and over again, and I guarantee you I've messed them up. So it doesn't matter how many times you practice. Once you actually get up in front of people, it's that's where the real pressure kicks in. The real
The
nerves
enemy
kick in.
controls the northern bridge.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on.
I am a servant of the secret fire.
We're just gonna turn that down just a little bit so we're not bombarded with enemy controls X, Y, and Z bridges. Okay. So, there should be about 3-ish camps hidden around here somewhere in the darkness. Once we have a force worth sending over and not getting butchered by trolls and whatnot, we'll actually send them over there. Actually forgot I need a blacksmith. Yeah, these trebuchets are useful for stationary targets, but anything moving, they're not that great. Yeah, just like that. So I don't really rely on them too much. It's okay if they get destroyed. Not the end of the world. Oh goodness. Oh, and our very small army from Tuesday's stream will be here in about 8 minutes or so. Look at you, dude. You're all by yourself. Way to go. Turn that up just a little bit. Might have been just a little too loud or too low.
I am a servant of the secret.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. I can still hear it, just barely, so it won't be as overpowering now. It's actually pretty clever. A chance for... What's the line? A chance for Faramir, Captain of Gondor, to prove himself, I think is how the line goes. We're going to go ahead and bring in our horsey allies, so they can... Oh, there he is. Yep. They also have Nazguls. So that's something to keep in mind too. Trying to take out some of these catapults real quick. Oh, look at you. You're still going. And that takes care of the troll. Here we go. That helps, but it won't be enough. See if we can actually pull this off. Nope. Take out the trolls. Yep. Pull back a little bit. Now you can go. Oh. That's a good question. Hey, Ashley. That's a really good question. Which is more haunting, the shriek of a fell beast or a raptor's call? Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with the raptor because fell beasts aren't real, but raptors were. The fact that at some point in time those creatures actually existed and made those sounds. I'm gonna have to give it to the raptor. Oh god. I'm just getting my ass handed to me right now. So, okay, so then let's ponder this question. Are you saying that dinosaurs are about as real as birds? If you've been on Reddit, you might get that one. No, they're not. Birds are not real. See, I had a creature living on top of a light outside of my apartment, and it was definitely disguised as a bird, but it was not a bird. Birds are not real. I love how this guy is still staying strong. He's the sole survivor. Oh god, they're sending a whole freaking battalion over. That's okay. We got this. Sweet. Sweet. Forgot about about that camp. Take it. Here he comes. Yes, I watched that right before we hopped on tonight. I like it so far. I think it's definitely weird, a little different. But that's okay. I like that. I'm still not sure where exactly they're going with it yet, but I don't think I need to as of right now. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think it has potential. I think the thing that I'm having the hardest time figuring out is where exactly is he going to, like, as of right now, and it's only been one episode, but I don't see Moon Knight joining Captain Marvel and the new Captain America and Bucky and them. Like, I'm trying to figure out like where he's gonna, like, when it comes down to it, where does he fit in terms of team ups? If they're even gonna let him be part of a team up. He may not be. He may just be a solo thing. Oh, that's true. There are all of those rather obscure characters. And Disney just recently yanked Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and Punisher off of Netflix and put it on their site, so I could see him potentially, like, hanging out with Jessica Jones or something. Those, what do you call them? Those B-level, B-list superheroes, I guess. Even though I'm not sure if Daredevil qualifies as B-list. Oh, that's true. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. So, I haven't been keeping up with all the Marvel news lately, ever since I removed most, if not all, of my social media. They are recasting Blade, correct? It's not going to be the same Blade from the early 2000s. I feel like that's right. I feel like there's a new person playing the Blade character. Yeah. Wesley Snipes. I don't think Wesley Snipes is playing Blade. But it really does kind of make me wonder, now that they've made all of those Netflix originals canonical, like, does Marvel have a plan for them? Because it seems to be that they're going in all sorts of different directions. Like, there's going to be, you know, the Earth heroes, like, you'll have, you know, Captain America and Daredevil and Spider-Man and all those guys. And then you'll have, like, the cosmic heroes, like Galaxy, Thor, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, all them. I'm really wondering what their plan is for all these characters. Because I seriously doubt they're going to do another Avengers Infinity War / Endgame type thing. It's one of those things you can only do one. And they've done it, so. I'm interested to see what the plan is. Let's hear it. What do you want? What do you really want, Papa Bear? I want to know. Okay. Guess I could do that. Guess I. Rohan guys. Oh. Look at that. I found a troll. Shocking. Yep, there we go. Take care of that catapult for me. You know, that would be really cool. It would be nice to see, Kang show up more than just Loki and, I guess Ant-Man 3 is really slated to appear next. Spoilers, I guess. Sorry. Probably should have said something. That's true. I hope he gets a little more screen time than Thanos did. But don't get me wrong, I loved having Josh Brolin kind of being a background presence for essentially 7 or 8 years, but I think it still would have been kind of cool to see him more before we got to Infinity War Endgame. So, if they are going to treat Kang like the next Thanos-like villain, I hope he gets, or I genuinely do hope he gets a little more screen time between events. A little more than just showing up in Guardians and then smiling to the camera and sticking his hand in the gauntlet and saying, fine, I'll do it myself. And when it comes to Marvel, like, I cannot wait to see how they do the Fantastic Four. I really want them to... Fantastic Four is long overdue. A justified movie. Like, a really good movie. You know what? You probably will get a Thor 4 trailer here soon, and you are right, Papa Bear, I will not be watching it. So the thing about that is okay, hang on. I'm gonna briefly talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. I know it's been out for a while, but I don't want to be the dick that spoils it if you haven't seen it yet, so, there you go. No Way Home spoilers coming in, 3, 2, 1. I really wish that I didn't know that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were in that movie. I seriously wish that I had gone in blind. If I had gone in blind, I would have just lost my mind in theaters. I wish I had gone in completely blind, not knowing anything about the movie. So I'm treating Doctor Strange 2 and ideally the rest of the ongoing Marvel movies with the respect I should have given Spider-Man No Way Home, just going in completely blind. Oh shit, they're going hard. As of right now, the only thing that I know about Doctor Strange 2 is that it's gonna have similar things, like similar to Spider-Man No Way Home. I know that there might be some. Again, this is why we have the spoiler talk tag. If you want to go into Doctor Strange 2 100% blind, here's your chance. I do know that there will be some appearances. I don't know who, but I do know that there are some characters from the past that may be returning, and that's really all that I know. That and the teaser at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. That's all that I know about Doctor Strange 2. I think that's it. Not necessarily anything specific, just... Yeah, no, nothing too specific, I would say. I have been severely dedicated to this idea of going in completely blind. I want to know what it's like. I'm gonna turn the spoiler talk off now. If I had gone into... Imagine what it would have been like to go into something like Thor Ragnarok without seeing the trailers. Not knowing that the Hulk was going to be in that movie. Like, that would have been an experience. I understand why they put Hulk in the trailer. It's to get butts in the theater. But at the same time, I kind of want to leave some of it to the imagination. I'll be sure to do that. And I'm going to try to see it. I'm going to try to see Doctor Strange 2 opening night like I did with Spider-Man. I wanted to make sure that nobody could spoil that movie for me. I don't know if I ever told you guys this story, but the ending to Infinity War was actually spoiled to me by some dickweed in a YouTube comment section. So, ever since then, I have been very cautious about comment sections before, right around the time a big movie's supposed to come out. Yeah. I know it's killing you, Papa Bear, that I know nothing about Doctor Strange 2, because I know you probably really want to talk about it, but I just want to know what it's like. Oh, God. Seriously? With the trolls, man? There you go. Actually, let's pull back. Oh, are you serious? Immediately starts building something else. I'd prefer it if you didn't do that. You guys are crazy. Oh, for God's God's sake. How do you even have the resources to do... I can't even do that. I can't just instantly build 3 things at once. That's bullshit. Broken game. Are you serious? I want to know what the theory was. Not risking it and permabanning you? That's I want to know what the theory was. Well, I hope you weren't planning on seeing any of them anytime soon, because we've kind of gone through some of the bigger ones. Fair enough. But I'm genuinely curious about what this theory was, because I don't think that a theory about endgame involves or justifies a permaban, because at the time, the theories for endgame were just, it could have been anything. Nobody knew for sure what that movie was going to be like. That's my favorite theory, the Ant-Man theory. Yeah, that's a little ridiculous if you ask me. Obviously that guy didn't ask me. Well, I like that theory. However, don't think that came to pass. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I think we can finally turn the voice chat back up just a little bit, because we shouldn't be bombarded with...
I am a servant of the secret fire.
That should be it. I don't remember where it was at. We'll go ahead and save too.
The wretched golems, their guide, Frodo and Sam, must find their way past many enemies as they seek entry into Mordor.
Yep, they managed to turn Shelob's Lair into a level.
Frodo Baggins has been lost in the lair of Shelob. His loyal friend Samwise Gamgee must find him if they are to continue their journey and free Middle-earth from the dominion of Sauron.
Pretty sure Shiri is, You know what? That's fair. They did manage to do that. That is haunting. You know what? They did. They did. And I have...
Search for Frodo in Shelob's lair.
I place a lot of blame on different people for that. I blame the studio, because I feel like they wanted to cash in on the Hobbit's success. Or the success of the Lord of the Rings. They wanted to give it the
You can count on me.
the Lord of the Rings treatment.
Must be saved. Help!
I mostly blame the studios for that.
Thank you for saving me. I thought my time was surely at an end. There were more in my party. Please, little hobbit, help me find them and see if they're still alive.
Alright, so this is kind of like a... This one's definitely requires more explanation, or exploration, not explanation. Because we have to find Shelob and Frodo. But Shelob is a bit OP. So we need to find as many of these standalone guys as we can in order to ensure that we don't instantly die. Unfortunately, no. I really wish that was the case, but they didn't go quite that far with this game.
I won't let you down. Is that a safe route?
So I have a general idea of where we need to go, but we do need to get as many of these guys as we possibly can.
Move up! Be still!
Because this is probably the one level in you are really, really restricted on
You can count on me.
resources and units.
That's a safe route. Whew.
I kind of want to hear that theory too. You don't have to do the whole thing, but if you can find it and send it to me, I'll take a look at it later.
Over here.
And Babaruska, I actually do have a game on here on my PC, a relatively old game that does do the old randomly generated dungeons.
Must be careful.
Someone's get me down.
Oh god.
Hold on, Mr. Frodo. I'm coming.
That would be the second Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. I have considered in the past, and by in the past I mean in the last few weeks, doing a stream with that game too, like an on-again, off-again stream. Problem is that the game is insanely long. Like, that game, I'm pretty sure, holds the record for having one of the largest walkable maps in history of gaming. And it's also very rated M. It is hardcore rated M. There have been a couple times where I've walked into a tavern or a sanctuary, a place of worship, and I walked through a door and 90s naked women were just right there instantly.
You can count on me.
And I'm afraid that if I do something like that on Twitch or on YouTube, that I might get flagged pretty hard.
They may sing of this.
Even though my account is set for adult content, I'm afraid that doing something like that might get me in trouble. Despite the fact that there are people who do what do they call hot tub streams. Those are okay, but 1990s boobs is not. That's what I expect to happen. So I'm still unsure if I'm gonna do it.
Follow me.
That's actually a good theory. I kind of like that one. It's the whole Captain Marvel thing. I don't hate Captain Marvel, and I don't hate her movie. But her presence and endgame did kind of feel a little shoehorned, like it was kind of a last minute thing. So I feel like that little theory right there is a little more interesting than just having her show up out of nowhere. Again, I don't hate her or her movie or anything like that. It's just that her inclusion in Endgame did feel a little last minute-y. Like they didn't know what to do with it. Which is unfortunate because that could have been really cool, but at the same time, I do understand why you have a hard time fitting someone like that into a movie like Endgame.
Hurry up! Be careful, they may see
Oh
us.
god, I forgot about that.
Be careful, they may
Run.
see us.
Hold on, Mr. Frodo. I'm coming. Quickly!
Oh, that's interesting.
Can't be taking no naps out here. All right.
See that, but now I'm wondering, how did the theory explain that? Because if he went through, if that had happened, wouldn't that have made an alternate reality? Like, wouldn't that split the timeline?
Hold on, Mr. Frodo. I'm coming.
Cut me down. All right then.
Oh god, I forgot about that fucking troll.
Cut me loose.
Sorry.
Be gone, thing of shadow. Someone will not fail you. Faster. Faster.
Come on.
Hurry,
Okay,
soldiers.
run.
Hurry up.
Oh god, we
Make a
lost.
think of this then.
We lost way too many guys in that fight. I totally forgot about that
Be
freaking
careful when
troll.
they see us.
Oh. So what the theory is suggesting is that throughout the events of Ant-Man and Ant-Man 2, up until the end of Ant-Man 2, there were 2 Scott Langs running around.
Be careful, they may see us.
The main timeline.
Over here.
That's an interesting take.
Over here. Follow me.
Okay, we're back to where we were. Oh god, I don't know if we're gonna have enough guys to pull this off.
I won't let you down.
Oh.
Right with you, sir. Keep moving.
That's interesting. That's a really interesting theory. Yeah, I like that. I do like that idea.
Come on. Come on. Over here. Keep moving.
I haven't forgotten either. I am working on getting a secondary camera for the dog.
I can't escape. Keep going.
Hopefully that'll be here. Hopefully that'll happen next week.
You can count on me. Soldiers of Gondor.
All right, there's Gollum. He's running away.
Go forth.
Oh, he's wandering around right now.
Just wonder well.
Okay. There is a possibility that we may not make it out of this alive. So, oh, and Sam does have to. Sam survived this mission from start to finish. So, I'm going to save real quick in the event that we don't manage to defeat Shelob. I want to at least have a save point. Well, I don't want to do this whole level again.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
There she is.
Someone cannot fail you. They may sing of this day. Does it take to get rid of them? They may sing of this day.
Oh
You can
crap.
count on me.
Sam, I'm gonna need you to not right now. Oh god, I'm gonna need you to not right now. Oh. Oh, come on guys. Come on. No.
Coming.
Oh, there we go.
Go to kill.
Thank God.
Find Frodo. Come on, Samurai. Don't let Mr. Frodo down. Soldiers of Gondor. Just wonder well. Prepare for battle.
That is a really interesting theory. I actually,
Make haste.
from what I can read, I actually really like that.
Fail you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like Endgame. I know that everyone was losing their mind over it when it first came out, and ever since then, people have kind of
Come on now. We can't
the hype is kind of back down a little bit, and I totally get that. But I still think Endgame has a lot of really good payoff moments.
Stand fast, men! Move! Stand fast, men! Prepare for battle! Stand ready! Keep going! Make ready! Make ready!
But yeah, I totally get that. Like, I definitely wouldn't put it as my number one or even my number two, but I think that a lot of the payoff from that, a lot of the payoff that happens in that movie does help it at least continue to be enjoyable for me. Oh, absolutely. I totally get that. That's definitely one of the things that I don't. That's what I was kind of referring to when I said that her presence in the film did kind of feel just a little shoehorned, a little last minute-y. And and I just don't like how, I don't like the rat. I don't like the rat. I don't like the rat being the sole reason that everything else can even happen. That does seem a little cheap. That doesn't surprise me in the least bit.
Be on your guard, men.
Real quick, I should probably explain. We've defeated Shelob, so now we have to infiltrate the actual tower where Frodo is being held. Yeah, I know. We can make a small base, and we have a very limited amount of resources at our disposal, so we do kind of have to play this a little careful. Actually, we don't have it. Because we're not going to have the resources to justify those upgrades anyway.
The new barracks is ready. New archery range is ready.
Oh, we're doing okay on time. If you missed my opening spiel, I wasn't sure how long this stream was gonna be, because I knew that we had like back-to-back mandatory missions, like Osgiliath, this mission, and then the next one is Minas Tirith, and I know Minas Tirith is easily 5 to 45 minutes long, and I wasn't sure how long it was gonna take me to get through these missions either, so I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a relatively short stream or a long one. But it looks like we're gonna, in theory, we should average like we normally do. Which is good, because I don't wanna end this week's stream on a cliffhanger leading into Minas Tirith, because that's kind of a dick move. Couldn't see my dog. She's buried under the blankets. Had to make sure she was still in here.
Archer battalion ready.
Oh, thank you.
Soldier battalion at the ready. Ready yourselves.
Thank you. I'm glad. As I stated before at the very beginning of my stream, meaning last week, I feel like this game didn't get the love it probably could have when it first came out, because it came out in 2004, and I think that's also the year that Star Wars Battlefront and games like World of Warcraft were starting to come out. So I think it may have been overshadowed by some really good games, for sure, but this one didn't quite get the love it probably should have gotten when it first came out.
Archers at the ready. Archers.
But its players, people who still play it to this day, they do love it.
They may sing of this day.
Archers, come on!
You know, I vaguely remember RuneScape. I don't think I ever got into it. Truth be told, I don't know if I was ever allowed to play it growing up, but If I recall correctly, I think RuneScape's starting to have a small comeback. Like there are, and again, I don't know for sure because I'm not actively involved in the RuneScape community, but I feel like I've seen a lot of people bringing it up more frequently than it used to be.
Start the barrage!
So good on them.
Now, men, now!
Yeah. It's kind of getting the same treatment that I think Fallout New Vegas is getting. I know we talked about that on Tuesday as being a really good game, but I don't think Fallout New Vegas got quite as much love upon first release. And now, in the last few years or so, there's been an uptick in appreciation for that. That's awesome.
Over there!
Yeah, I just... No disrespect towards New Vegas. I've noticed, at least on sites like Reddit and, places like that, there's definitely been an uptick in people mentioning it, talk about, like, personal favorites or best games, which is good. Like, it's always nice to see a game make a comeback after some time.
Don't let Mr. Frodo down! That's a safe route. That's a safe route.
Steady!
Come on, son. Don't let Mr. Frodo down.
No, don't go all the way over there.
Men!
You crazy? Oh, what's that? I want to know.
You can count on me.
Oh,
Maintain position!
Breath of the Wild.
You can count on me.
Superb choice. So do you think, with that being said, do you think Breath of the Wild 2 is actually going to come out this year?
Look out! Take them out! This way!
You think it's going to make it?
Tear it down!
Has it really? That's unfortunate. I read 2023, and for whatever reason, my brain thought that was like 2 years from now, but that's next year.
Now,
Time.
men, now!
These last few years have just kind of morphed together into one synchronous year, essentially. That is unfortunate, though, that the game has been delayed until next year. I'm sure that the delays are justified. Like, I'm sure that there's a good reason for them. At least I hope so. But I have noticed that that's been... that seems to be a new trend now, is that a lot of games that have been... Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I heard about that too. I actually read about that in another Discord server that I'm a part of. That E3 has officially been canceled for this year. But I have noticed, and I'm sure everyone has too, this isn't a revolutionary thing, there have been quite a few games that have been pushed back conveniently ever since Cyberpunk 2077 came out. Ever since that game came out, more and more companies are they're pushing their games back. I think they're afraid. I don't have any evidence to back that up. I just think it's a little mildly interesting that ever since Cyberpunk there has been an uptick in delayed games.
Archer battalion standing by.
Soldier battalion at the ready. Come on, soldier, move it. You can count on me.
So, in any case, as long as the delays are justified and they are doing it for the good of the game and the fan base or the people that will genuinely playing it. Oh shit, you better run. You better run. In fact, why did I even bring you in here? You have to live. Get back to the camp. I should have never brought you here. Personally, and I'm sure that this comes as a surprise to no one, I am very much, I'm very excited for Spider-Man 2, the game.
Attack!
Steady!
Like, what kind of game are you? What kind of game are you talking here? Are you talking like something that's gripping with a compelling story, or something a little more casual, kind of like this?
Watch your flank! The enemy!
Or maybe something even more casual than this. There's one dude left. Thank you, Lord. Something way more casual. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could suggest a couple games, but I mean, they're games that you've definitely heard of. Nothing new. There you go. Galaga. That's a good choice. Me too. It required me to be a little more careful with my resources because of how limited it was. There it is.
The armies of Mordor are now in the heart of Gondor. Sauron's eye is fixed on the White City. If it falls, so falls all of Middle-earth.
Alright. It's time for Minas Tirith. So we're gonna do just like we did last time. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere, because we're gonna keep going. But if you're watching on YouTube, the video's about to end because I want to keep Minas Tirith isolated to its own episode for video's sake. So YouTube, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can join the Discord server as well. That link should be in the description. And you can also follow Twitch as well if you want to watch live. I do this every Tuesday and Thursday. So thank you again for watching, YouTube. And I will see you next time for Minas Tirith.